Greetings to His Holiness Patriarch Kirill of Moscow and all Russia. Greetings to the venerable members of the Russian Orthodox Church Holy Synod. And greetings to beloved faithful of the Russian Orthodox Church worldwide. This is a kind appeal to the Russian Church and to the Russian people on the planned extermination of the Orthodox Christians and minorities in Ethiopia. And this appeal is on behalf of the Secretariat of the Orthodox Cognate page, Pan-Orthodox Christian Society. Let us have a look into the background of the problem. Ethiopia, the potential nation in the whole of Africa, is suffering its most critical period due to the differences and aggression between ethnic and religious groups. This grave crisis remains years old, especially due to the substantial differences between the two ethnic groups, the Highlanders and Oromos. The ongoing crisis shall be tracked from the political fall of the former government under Haile Mariam, the violent movement and armed aggression which was then started by the Oromo separatists reached its peak. The fundamental idea of independence of Oromo has fueled the acute crisis. The crisis has caused a murky shadow towards the unity and lively culture of the nation. The problems in Ethiopia have also resulted in economic stagnation and an end to the rich aspirations of the nation on its potential. Higher rates of migration and displacement from the nation of Ethiopia to the west and other parts of the world also demonstrates the significant after effect of these violent disputes. So let us look into the role played by Orthodoxy Cognate page, Pan-Orthodox Society in dealing the Ethiopian crisis. Our work basically includes broadcasting news and events from Ethiopia, encouraging a general awareness of the crisis internationally, publishing various documents on the disputes and problems, acting as a resource hub for our faithful and for our people, filing petitions to international organizations, government bodies and Christian churches. Ongoing tussle in Ethiopia under all unfortunate circumstances is a well-crafted and promptly executed genocide. Yes, it is indeed a genocide of Orthodox Christians, and that too in a country where Christianity is the dominant religion. Call it by any name, radicalism or religious extremism, Orthodox Christians suffered the most. They suffered the most and undoubtedly continue to suffer the most. Churches burned, faithful murdered, local business intentionally destroyed. Some people believe that troubles within Ethiopia do not retain a religious color, but figures speak otherwise. After the recent murder of Hachalu Hundessa, who was an Ethiopian Oromo writer, songwriter, singer, and civil rights activist, as a result of his murder, his intentional murder, radical Oromo Islamist terrorists and terrorist groups violently attacked, and more than 3,300 Orthodox Christians were displaced. Many Orthodox Christian schools, clinics, entrepreneurial ventures, and vehicles were either destroyed or burned. Pregnant women were assassinated before their families, who were made to kneel down to witness the brutal murder. Moreover, many women were brutally violated before their helpless families. In recent attacks, more than 335 people were martyred in the name of their ethnicity and religion. They were brutally executed for their faith and ethnicity. In recent attacks, the radicals, the Oromo Islamic radicals, killed Amhara Orthodox Christians, even Oromo Christians, and other minorities. They demolished property, did lynchings and beheadings in the region. And their attacks were very specific in southeastern Oromia, where they brutally attacked and killed non-Oromo and non-Muslim families. Hachalu Hundesa's deliberate murder was just another apparent reason for the Islamic radicals to wage war against the non-Oromo population. Ironically, Hachalu Hundesa was an Orthodox Christian. It was so heartbreaking that dead bodies of Orthodox Christians were dragged by the radicals on the streets all day for several days, and it became food for wild animals. This is a war waged to undermine the Ethiopian national unity and against Orthodox Christianity in particular. In 2019 alone, fanatic Oromo radicals killed a large number of non-Oromos and destroyed more than 30 Orthodox churches and institutions. Such direct attacks were even visible before 2019. What I mean is that this is an ongoing project of extermination, a purposeful extermination and genocide of Orthodox Christians. The world media, who holds a lot on the persecution of Christians and minorities, seems to be silent on the sufferings of Ethiopian Orthodox Christians and minorities. Of course, some of them, particularly the Ethiopian and African media groups, circulated a couple of reports. However, these published reports have not surfaced in a proper manner. Such a dire scenario has inevitably undermined the apparent seriousness of the social and political situation in Ethiopia. Let us check a little bit on the Ethiopian Orthodox Church and the steps taken by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church in dealing with the crisis. As we have discussed earlier, the Ethiopian Church encountered frequent setbacks and losses during the crisis. A considerable number of her faithful were brutally murdered. Church buildings were either burned or destroyed. The Church has been frequently interfering in the crisis. The Holy Synod initiated a number of discussions with the local government authorities calling for stability and peace. However, these meetings has not yet produced a meaningful or fruitful results on ground levels. The Ethiopian Church has also constituted several committees to locally intervene in the crisis. The Church has initiated a fundraising program to support the victims of the ongoing genocide. The Ethiopians undoubtedly have a prime minister who was decorated with a Nobel Prize for striking a peace deal with Eritrea. However, the local government authorities miserably failed to properly check the radicals and to reinstate lasting peace in the country. What an unspeakable shame. Hereby, on behalf of the Secretariat of the Orthodoxy Cognate Page Society, kindly appeal to the Russian Church and to the Russian people for the unfortunate Ethiopians who suffer for their faith and for their ethnicity. This appeal is for the common man in Ethiopia who is toiling hard to rightfully earn his bread and butter. And this appeal is for paving a more decent future for all Ethiopians and for helping them to establish lasting peace in their country. Indeed, this is a planned and ongoing ethnic, religious, and political project to undermine and severely damage the national unity of Ethiopia. Dear beloved Russian people, the Church of Russia, dear faithful of the Russian Orthodox Church worldwide, Ethiopians require your valuable help and support. Please do not disregard them. God bless you all. Thank you.